It's Tuesday, August the 24th, King of the Mountain State Show. I'm Chase Hill. My third guest of the day today is a semi-pro champ out of Parkersburg. We got a cool little story how he was in, he was out, and he's back in. I'm glad, thankful we got a chance to get him on this. Truly wanted the tournament to be one of the best competing against each other, and he is one of them. He's in our Elite Eight now. From Parkersburg, Andrew Tidd.
Thank you, Chase.
Before we get started, like always, man, your first time on the show, tell me a little bit about yourself and where you're from and what you do and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm originally from Ravenswood, West Virginia. I've grown up there my whole life. I 27, soon to be 28, hopefully a few more months. I work as a welder, fitter at Northwest Pipe Company up in Washington, West Virginia.
How long you been doing that?
About a year and a half now.
Right.
As a welder, fitter.
The now, as far as family and stuff goes, you got family lives there where you do?
Yes, I've got brothers or sisters, and aunts and uncles live up the road, a good ways out of town from me. And then, of course, I've got my fiance and our 3 kids that we live with right in Ravenswood.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about the beginning of your boxing days. Like, how did you decide? A lot of people decide they're going to play baseball or basketball. Not a lot of people decide they're going to fight guys for, fun.
It all happened back in my senior year of high school. I was doing wrestling at the time and getting close to, graduation and everything. And it's kind of funny though. I had an ex-girlfriend at the time, and, there's a guy that, kept harassing her and stuff. And it really made me mad, but I didn't want to get expelled from school or something, and messed my chance up to graduate. And finally her dad talked me into signing up and fighting him. I was like, okay. So, and that's where I originally got into it. And when I got into it, I had a blast with it, and it just kind of, started from there.
That's why I ask these questions, man. There's always a story, behind some of this stuff. So I love finding that stuff out. Now you've been doing the semi-pro contest up to this point. You've had some success, and you even have one championship there. Tell me what it's like when you go through a whole tournament of these heavyweights and you end up being the one victorious in the end.
Oh, it's a great feeling. It's a lot of hard work to get there, but it's an awesome feeling, to have your hand raised and presented with whatever award they offer you.
And you've got not just that one championship, but you've made it to the finals more than that one time, correct?
Yes, I've won Tough Man once, and I've had runner up twice.
Good. So when you get ready for these things, and when you do get a chance, I know 3 kids at home and the career you've got, demanding, when you do get time to train and get with the coach and put some work in the gym, where are you doing that at?
I train up in Parkersburg at the Doghouse Gym with Mike Shepard, Donnie Miller, Kenny Watson, and there's actually a lot of other people that are big names that are actually go there that I've worked with. Dustin Eckert, or I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Andrew Satterfield, some of them big names.
Well, and that gym has become like a staple in our show. It just goes to show, I talk about it over and over, from Parkersburg down to Huntington, but Mike's got a great thing going there with Donnie and Kenny and those guys. The sparring is great. Dustin Eckert's a guy that if I was in the gym, I would probably, I would try to avoid him if it was me. He's a great one to have around.
He is unreal. And I'm like no effort at all for him.
No, and there's a lot of things, not just boxing, but physically, there's a lot of things he does that's pretty effortless. When I first started putting this tournament together, and it went on for months of preparation, what we really tried to do was we tried to find guys who were active, that were the best of the best, that had won one of these championships or that had competed in USA Boxing, a Golden Gloves, but we wanted to find the best guys that we could. And you were one of those guys. We had a little bit of a scheduling conflict. You were in it, signed up, ready to go. That finals that you mentioned, end up, as many fights as you've won, that one didn't go your way, and you ended up with a 30-day suspension that you got to sit out. And we happened to be 28 days away from the event, or a couple of days off from you getting to compete in round one, which would have, gotten another fight under your belt. But at this point, we had a spot open up with an injury. We had one guy drop down in weight class. It was an easy decision for me, talking over with the guys, to say, hey, I think we should call Andrew first and find out if he wants in there. It was our first choice. It didn't take you long to decide to get in there. Tell me what it's like now preparing for something like this.
Honestly, it's like any other match that I would prepare myself. I go to the gym and, get my mind focused and get myself ready, get myself in shape, and, try to put on a good show for the fans and people that are watching, for people like you promoting them.
Well, we're glad you're part of it. Is this going to be your first chance at going 2-minute rounds in the ring?
Yeah, this will be, but I've been training my butt off for 2-minute rounds, actually.
Right.
So I've had time.
Well, it almost worked out well for us that spot opened, because you got in there. I think you're super talented. I've watched some video, super tough, heavy-handed. I think you'll be a force to be reckoned with. Did you get a chance to see some of the round one, as far as who won and who advanced, and any reflections on that?
Yes, actually, I follow the King of the Mountain State page, and every time they post a video or of some of the past fights, I always sat down, I watched every single one of them, studied them a little bit, and that way I can do my homework.
Right. And, I teach my kids all the time, you do your homework, the test is easy. The test is supposed to be fun. Boxing's supposed to be fun. But if you don't do your homework, you don't spend enough time in the gym, that's when it becomes not the most fun sport to play. So I obviously looking ahead this Saturday, 4 days away, in Huntington, is King of the Mountain State 2. You're matched up with Derek Gibson. He's from Huntington. He trains up there with Gary in Parkersburg. I know you're familiar with him. Somewhat a matchup of similar kind of guys. Tell me about that, getting in the ring with Derek, and what do you expect? How's that going to go?
Well, we're going to hope it's going to go good. Can't really say who's going to win or lose. I mean, of course, obviously every fighter, they want themselves to be the winner. I'm just going to go in there and do what I got to do, and hopefully be enough to pull off a win and bring it home.
One of the things for me, I've put together 11 years now. I've put together a bunch of fight cards, and pro, amateur, semi-pro, the whole works. And one of the things I've really enjoyed from this is everybody on the card is really good. If somebody said, what's the fight you're looking forward to most? All of them. Every guy's either been a champion at the semi-pro level or amateur, and they're all matched up really well. We do that thing random just to get the best matchups. So I'm excited for it. Again, I'm really glad that you were able to get back in here at round 2 and see what you can do. I think you belong in this thing. Before we go, I know you're a busy guy there. Is there any shout outs, thank you stuff, anything you need to mention before we wrap this thing up?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Donnie Miller, Mike Shepard, Kenny Watson, and everybody from the Doghouse Gym that's worked with me, helped me out, and prepared me for all my fights, and my fiance and my kids for being my biggest supporters.
Well, I've watched you fight. You're a great fighter. Seem to be a great person outside the ring. I look forward to finally getting to meet you in person here in a few days. Tickets for the event are on sale now at kingofwv.ticketleap.com. We're going to be live stream pay-per-view at combatsportsnow.com. They do a great job. Anybody who purchases it live will get access from now on to watch it in the HD version that's formatted after the event. We upload some of the highlights, but that's the best place to watch it if you can't make it. Should be an awesome event. Good luck, train hard, keep yourself healthy next few days, and we look forward to seeing you down in Huntington for what looks to be a really great event.
Appreciate it, Chase.